Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Whiskey. See, this week there's no bottle in front of me. This is my whiskey of the year. Each year around about the same time, I try and find or decide my whiskey of the year. So it's things that I've reviewed throughout the year and things that I've bought this year as well, which is a lot more difficult than you think. So I tried to whittle it down. There's a lot of contenders there for me, but I've tried to put it into what I reach for, what I continue to enjoy, what I think is great, and there's loads out there, but as well, value for money. I've got a wee segment I'm going to do right at the end of like kind of whiskey moment of the year, but my whiskey of the year. It's bizarre because each day you can have a different mood. You can have something that you enjoy more. Summer can bring more lighter whiskies. Winter can bring more heavier, big sherry bombs, for instance. So for me to try and pick something throughout the year, which maybe monthly that I'd maybe look at and have something similar to it, I've tried to stick to what I've enjoyed the most. So what I've whittled it down to is I've got kind of three different regions as well. I've got a lowland there, I've got a Campbelltown, and I've also got an independent Islay for the three that I've been able to kind of get down to. So looking at it straight away, there's a couple there that have got similarities, but all different casks, which are all great in their own right. So the three that I've been able to try and get it down to, I'll go through them, and I've got my decision made, but I'll go through in no particular order just now, and I'll reveal at the end. So one that made it to the finalist of my top three is the Glasgow 1770, but this is the Mandaneer sherry. This was kind of one of the first whiskies I had in Mandaneer. It's phenomenal, great liquid. As you can see, I went through this. I've shared a bit of it as well. This is cask strength at 59%. Started its life in unpeated casks and finished in ex-Islay Mandaneer cask, so what liquid that's previously had Islay, so peated malt. So it's obscure, amazing, oily, big, bold, mouth-coating flavours to it. This has been an absolute stunner, and what 1770 are doing, Glasgow Distillery, I think's fantastic. This was a contender, kind of straight off the bat. So that's one in the finalists. The other one, we go to kind of Islay to an extent. This is my independent bottling of Port Askey Elixir Distillers, which make this. This is their 8-year-old. I tried this at the Whisky Festival in January of this year in Glasgow, the National Whisky Festival. And I remember trying it, I thought straight away that is fantastic liquid. A lot of bourbon influence. It's kind of got a great, sweet, soft peat mellow note to it as well. Just a kind of more lighter peat notes. It's just a fantastic whiskey. Say this is 8 years old, 45.8% non-chill filtered natural colour. And I think it's a great dram. Again, this one, it's hard to see through it, the Islay bottles. There's a fair bit down that as well. That's been an easy one to reach for compared to the other one. They've both been very similar. Then I move on to Campbelltown. I think we'll know where we're going here. Springbank 15 has been great. I remember getting this bottle kind of courtesy of the help from Drew from Arizona, and running home and reviewing it straight away, got open straight away. There's not as much out of this because I try and keep this for more special occasions and for people coming around. Some people like, travel to the UK and friends and so forth, not able to try Springbank. But, sherry influence, 46% non-chill filtered natural colour. It's a stunning dram as well. She actually knows them all again. There's just that amazing wee funk in there, right? Just that Campbelltown funk, the Port Askey. That's just magic as well. And then the final, the 1770. Funky, different, it's different. It's hard to compare that to other things. But for me, what this year's 2024 Whisky of the Year for me, what I'm reaching for more, which I think is value for money, obtainable whisky that I just don't think has ever changed from the first opening to now. Out of these here, this is my final three, but if I'd done this video tomorrow, I'm pretty sure this would all change. But my whisky of the year for 2024 is the Portishead 8-year-old. I think it's absolutely quality. I think value for money. And whatever distillery this is, if it's Kalila, if it's Lagavulin, who knows, right? It is just stunning and how well put together for, we can call it young, right? At 8 years old, it's young, but it just absolutely hits the nose every time. Non-chill filtered, natural colour, absolute nailer of a dram for me. So this is going to be my whiskey of the year of 2024. I say there was other contenders in there, but that's the one that's just tipped it at this time. I've got a whiskey moment of the year. My whiskey moment of the year, there's a good few, but the one that stands out that kind of helped me move forward in the whiskey journey was being invited to Tomatin to go to an ambassador course for 4 days in March. That was just a phenomenal experience. That Virgin Oak Distillery exclusive was probably one of my favourite drams, but the only reason it's not made it in is due to you can't get it anymore. So I wanted to pick something that's obtainable, but that's definitely my whiskey moment of the year. Being up at Tomatin for 4 days in behind the scenes and being taught how to be an ambassador, and a fantastic experience as it's been. But I'm going to go, I think I actually might pour myself a wee dram. I've got some things to do, and I'm going to go and pour myself a wee Portishead 8-year-old just to see what it's been like. So I've not had it for a few weeks again. But that is my whiskey of the year. I'll still get another couple of videos in before Christmas before taking a wee break. But again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing, liking, sharing. Everything that you do to support the channel is absolutely fantastic. But as always, join me next week. Let's talk whiskey. Slainte.